Welcome to Winchester, Virginia. I don't know that any of you guys are going to be able to hear me, but I wanted to hop on the camera and just give you guys a frame of reference. Yesterday I flew in from Bermuda to Charlotte to Washington. I grabbed a car, drove to my friend Dwayne's house in Winchester, Virginia, which is halfway between Washington and where the wedding's gonna be on Saturday that I'm going to. It's Friday morning, I'm here to get a little work done, and I'm excited because Juby and I have a final interview / offer to a video editor, which I'm over the moon about. This is something we dreamt about years ago. Getting to catch up with an old friend of mine from back in Durham. He used to live in Durham, Dwayne, but he's got a new house with a new girlfriend, Jenny, who does jewelry, and she's absolutely over the moon, mind-blowing, the work she does. It really is just to take time to spend with them because I haven't seen them in God knows how long. It's gonna be a fun, jam-packed weekend, catching up with friends, going to a wedding, flying back to Denver to meet my lovelies. I miss them like crazy. Oh my gosh, already. It's less than 24 hours. Miss them like crazy, but I'm also enjoying my personal time. For me, personal time is like extremely important. I'm feeling really refueled. Beside the slight hangover, I'm feeling extremely refueled. I'm gonna go ahead and knock some stuff out here at Starbucks and go back, meet up with my friend, and we're just gonna see where the adventure takes us today. Not the best news in the world. The flight got delayed and hence canceled because I was gonna miss my connecting flight. And so, I'm still in Washington. The girls are getting on their last flight from Charlotte to Denver, and so they'll be there ahead of me. I was looking forward to cuddling with them tonight, but it won't happen, unfortunately, which is a bummer. It's okay. Nugget. Hey, you. Can I get a smoochie? I miss you.
Hey, Pops.
Hey, it's good to see you.
Welcome back to Bus Life Adventures.
We're back in the bus as of yesterday.
It was kind of a rough start. Red Peppa didn't really show up and support us after a long day of traveling with a clean welcoming.
The issue was there's something went off with the electric, and so the refrigerator had shut off, so it got really gnar in there. How did they even get in the refrigerator?
Oh yeah, with it closed? I don't know. There must be cracks.
So anyway, that was a mess to clean. It was pretty gross in there.
Yeah, because we left a bunch of stuff in the fridge. We didn't plan to have the fridge shut off on us, and so there was a bunch of frozen stuff and food.
I don't know what happened. The batteries were fully charged, like they were good. I don't know why the fridge just quit working. I would also say we're just feeling a lot of emotions, going from being stationary and staying at home to switching up to a little bit of a rocky start. And then to top it all off, we had booked this campsite 2 weeks ago so that we would have a stationary place that's reliable that we could
just settle into, but unfortunately we're not able to stay here as a converted school bus, so we have sort of an unexpected trip ahead of us today. Not sure where we're going to go. We've been looking on boondocker sites like iOverlander and stuff, and looks like we found a spot that's just west of here, about 45 minutes away. We're gonna go find a beautiful place up in the mountains.
Yeah, and I think that's really what we've been craving, to be honest, too, is to kind of get out of the city and be in some more remote places.
The only concern is can we get to it with the big rig?
Yeah.
Is there gonna be space when we do finally get to it? And then also, is there gonna be Wi-Fi?
Man, yeah, it's a lot to maintain this lifestyle. Thank you for listening to our rant.
Are you happy to be in Red Peppa?
Yeah.
And are you excited to get back on the road?
Yeah.
Cool. Tell them to see you in the mountains.
So in the mountains. Pop, this was time.
Man, okay, I think last night was a rough night. Yesterday
I
in
was
general
sleeping
was a
and
rough
then
day.
waking up and Pop was like,
Yeah. Exactly that. I think moods are much better today. The sun is actually out. We can see it. There's no more like haze from all the wildfires out west, which is really a relief.
we can like, there's no monsters.
There's no monsters too, so that's great news for everybody. Oh, feels good to be back. I think yesterday we were a bit apprehensive for what was in store for today. We're just finding it really difficult to adjust back into this lifestyle, only because of several reasons. I think the fridge and the whole coming back into the bus and it being a complete disaster, and then like unexpected mess was just a lot for the first day. What we're really struggling with is like, in Bermuda, we had a good rhythm. The aunties were doing an amazing job at watching Azalea in the mornings for us, which meant that both of us were getting our work in the morning completely finished. So that was like a really good rhythm and routine, and it kind of reminds me of like when we were back in Durham, staying at the farm, and Azalea was at school in the mornings on Mondays and Fridays. We were both working, and then we'd have the afternoon to do what we could together as a family. The thing with being back in the bus is that we don't really have any childcare. The issue with that is that like, we basically end up working all day, and then we don't have time to adventure and explore. And by the end of the day, we're both so burnt out from either working or being parents that we're just like exhausted. So these are all just sort of emotions that we're thinking heavily about and trying to figure out how we're going to move forwards, because this isn't sustainable right now. For me, like, I enjoy being creative and creating content. I also want more time to be more artistic and like paint and just do like hobbies and pastimes and have opportunities to share that with you guys on videos and stuff. Lots of things to think about, how we can kind of navigate creating more time for ourselves, because that's what we wanted for this lifestyle, was to have more time to spend together as a family, when in fact what we're getting is sort of the opposite. Not to say that we're throwing everything out the window just yet, but we are thinking about parting ways with Red Peppa. Today is a work day, I guess. Justin and Azalea are going to go on an adventure together this morning. It's supposed to rain this afternoon, so I'm not sure what me and Azalea will get up to. But me and her are going to have some fun at some point, and I'm going to get some work done. So let's get to it.
My God, we just saw a bear. That was amazing. Couldn't get it on camera, but it was amazing. Zay, what did we just see?
A bear?
Yeah. How cool was that?
That was cool. I get to go. Get to go.
Watch your head.
This is so fun. This is so.
Oh God.
I'm flying down.
Hey Zay, how's the water?
Welcome to Garden of the Gods. It's pretty epic. I was hoping to be able to fly the drone here, but it looks like we have to have a permit, so I'm going to pass on getting in trouble and wait for Azalea to wake up, which looks like she just did, and we're going to go on an adventure around this place because it's pretty epic. Ready for an adventure? Good afternoon, peeps. Welcome to Black Peppa. We're here at the Orc thrift stores, which honestly so far have been fire. We've been to a couple here in like the Colorado, Denver area and found some really good things. So we're on a mission
to find a baby cup.
to find a baby cup. Azalea wants like a mug, so we're gonna try and find a mug from this spot and see what we can find. Good deal?
Okay, good one.
Okay. The shake on it.
Found something.
Whoa, that one's cool. It's not tiny though. That one's pretty cool.
You know, it's interesting the discussions that Juby and I have had just over the short, well, what seems to be this very, very fast week. We just got back from Bermuda not even a week ago. Fast forwarding to today, being out here right outside of Woodland Park, right next to Pikes Peak, and just soaking in this like jaw-dropping scenery and having a feeling of like, this is what we worked for 3 years, to be in places like this where we can walk out and enjoy seeing miles and miles of Colorado mountains, to take a bag of trash and walk around the campsites and just pick up trash and clean up this area. One of the things that we hope that we can do is that we can inspire other people to follow their dreams, live with a positive and healthy mindset, and inspire people to go outdoors and go places like this. Even if it's not, you know, the Rocky Mountains of Colorado, you know, a beautiful space right in your neighborhood to go and enjoy, just to get outside and enjoy Mother Nature around you. The environment we have is so precious to us. It's so important. It offers us so much. I mean, it even contributes back to supporting our mental health. I mean, it's huge. It's amazing. This video is obviously supported by Jackery. It's not just because like they've got a solid product and it offers us a lot of value on the road. One of the things I really respect is that as a brand, they try to inspire people to go outdoors, and that's one of the reasons why we love working with them. They're going to be celebrating their 9th anniversary. First off, happy anniversary, Jackery. And they're going to be doing a contest. They're pushing people to go out and experience a place that you've never experienced before. Go out and take a picture of it, whether it's, you know, the mountains, the beach, the prairie lands, whatever it may be. And we'll put a link below where you can upload that picture. And when you submit your picture, you have a chance to win some of their products. And the whole idea of this is really just to be pushing people to enjoy the outdoors. And I know that it probably brings a lot of you folks who join us just as much value, if not more. And so, again, I just want to say thank you, Jackery. Happy 9th anniversary. And if you guys are going out somewhere you've never been before, think about taking a picture of it. Send it over to Jackery on their website. And who knows, you may get lucky and win one of their units. But with that, I'm going to continue enjoying this beautiful scenic view, and we'll get on with the rest of the video.
Wait, whose chocolate is it?
It's my chocolate.
But whose is it really?
It's Pop's.
Azalea was a bit grumpy this morning. She had a bad dream that I was trying to put her hair up into a ponytail and you didn't want it. So she was snuggling in bed with Mama. Pops is on a work call. Had a nice morning yoga session with a little bit of breath work, followed by a fort. Thanks, Pops, while I was meditating too, so that just made yeah, he forted while I was meditating. Anyways, Pops was working on some things and whatnot for work, and we're putting together the contract because today, this is actually the first video. Thank you, Tara, for editing today's video. We have an editor officially helping us work on projects for YouTube, which is exciting. Azalea and I are gonna go on an adventure together this morning while Justin works from home. Yeah, first we're gonna make hot chocolate. So of course we'd run out of coffee grounds, and the big jackery is dead and the little one can only handle so much power. So we've got partially blended beans, and now we're gonna do some sifting and hand pounding. We're gonna make this coffee work.
I hope this coffee works.
All right, welcome.
Take that. Two. That's something. What is this? Paint.
Also, did you show everyone your new mug?
I did.
It's pretty beautiful.
Yeah.
Cheers. Are you ready for our hike?
Okay.
We gotta get out of here.
Let's go.
We're fueled of hot chocolate and goodness, and tidied up a little bit, painted a little bit. Now it's time for some outdoor adventures so we can leave Pops to concentrate without distractions. Alright, so Pops is over here flying the drone to get the shot, whilst we were setting up some jackery stuff to get some solar so we can actually properly grind our coffee grinds. Anyways, he went and got the drone stuck in a fishing wire. He went and got it stuck because he was driving it in reverse.
What she said.
What?
Maybe don't get it stuck, Pops.
Yeah, come on, Pop. Get the drone. Are you just gonna let it drop there? You should probably try and catch it.
I know, we should all try and go a little careful.
Oh my god.
Stop swinging it.
I'm trying. Hurry. I don't know what they must have been fishing for.
Well, they caught a drone.
Sometimes the road gets rough. Don't be dismayed when you come to a pothole, a detour, a stretch of rough and rocky road. Don't be surprised. Slow down a little. Be patient. It's not the whole journey. It's not always the way it'll be. But it is a part of your journey. Part of your journey to your heart and your soul. And even when we're living with joy and freedom, we continue to learn, grow, feel, and experience. And the road can still get tough. Happiness doesn't mean feeling gleeful all the time. Happiness doesn't mean the road we're traveling is always smooth. Happiness means feeling all we need to feel and accepting each part of the journey, even the changes of course and direction. Feel all your feelings. Feel your fear and frustration about slowing down, then settle in for the ride. You may not be going as fast as you'd like, but the journey hasn't stopped. You're not doing anything wrong. You're going slower, but you're still moving forwards.
Good morning, beautiful people, and welcome to a beautiful Saturday morning on the side of a gorgeous mountain. Today, what are we going to be doing, Zay? Nailed it. There's a hot air balloon festival, and we're going to be going to it. Now, I don't know why, but for some reason I believe liftoff was 7 a.m. we didn't make it.
Azalea has been looking at wanting to go on hot air balloons for the longest time since we saw an image of them in a Nebraska travel magazine that we were given from fellow OVers. And so I was really excited to see that there was one happening, but who knew that hot air balloon rides were so expensive? It's $295 per person. So we will be observing from the ground today.
But I understand it's got to be a lot of
Day
work.
weekend, too.
Yeah, Memorial Day weekend, but it's got to be a lot of work to drag that huge balloon out.
God.
Keep it full of gas.
It's not just one dude, it's got to be a whole team.
Yeah, God. Anyway, we're excited. They're going to have an all-day festival.
Careful, Zay, it's gonna drip
And
on
so
you.
we haven't had a chance to go check out Colorado Springs yet either. So I think today we're just going to take a city day. We pack some lunches. We're going to hit the road and just see where the day takes us and go from there.
We're in Colorado Springs. We just had a hella good Goodwill thrift find. It was amazing.
We also didn't really talk more about our emotions and how we're feeling and how things have been since we've been able to settle back into the bus for the last few days, because I think for the first day, it's incredibly emotional. The thing is with the bus, you know, if we had like a four-wheel drive, or if we had an off-road vehicle that was like a van that was also our home, it would be without a doubt that we'd be able to get to any location without like any concerns, other than maybe there's not space. That would just be the one concern. But the thing is with the bus, it's like when Justin and Azalea were driving up the mountain, having the unreliability of driving the bus. Rockies are super intense mountains, and the bus doesn't necessarily always do well on those big mountains. And on top of that, like not knowing where things can get shipped to, having to constantly plan and figure out like where we're going, where we're parking, where are we gonna get packages sent to, like are we gonna be able to get internet in all these places up in the mountains and in the wilderness. That's another huge thing that we're thinking about. It's like a full-time job having to plan a route and figure it out and then do it all in the moment. We've just been juggling work and then trade off, hang out with Azalea, and then basically eat and sleep and have family time before then. So it's been hard to kind of navigate. I think the adjustment back into bus life definitely took these last few days. And since the first day, we're feeling much better. We're feeling also so grateful that we can do this. And this is such an amazing way to live. There's just some kinks that need to be worked out.
You gotta remember, we've only been doing this 2 or 3 months. So it makes sense that there would still be a lot of kinks. For the last 2 days, it's actually been quite amazing. Yeah, we've been on a roller coaster this week, to put it simply. I mean, I'm not gonna get all bogged into the details, but it was a rough transition back in. And we're so torn right now because there's so much of it that we love, but there's so much of it about being stationary that we also love when we're in Bermuda.
We're trying to realize whether we can handle it or not, and if we would prefer to live somewhere like for 6 months out the year and then move for 6 months out the year and have like intermediary breaks from full-time travel where we can reset and regroup and do the things that being stationary allows you to kind of dig into. Bus life isn't over right now. I think maybe let's talk about the plans moving forwards. We're either headed towards Salt Lake City or we're headed south towards Arizona. We're not sure which direction we're going to be going, but that is the current plan. After this 2 weeks thing goes down, oh my god. The original plan was to go to Bali for the winter, but as you may have known or noticed if Bali was on anybody's radar, it's closed. So plans had to change, and now we're thinking Mexico, Tulum and like Sayulita area, and we'd probably be there for like 3-4 months maybe. Yeah. Anyways, just thought I'd give you the lowdown of the plan. I feel like sometimes it's a little bit confusing whenever we're creating content that's a bit behind. So right now, content that you see is probably about a month behind real life, and that just allows us to stay focused on keeping up with work, creating good content that you guys might enjoy, as well as just like not being like with so much pressure to create a video, film it, and then like edit it all like within a week, because that would just be so much work. hope that helps you guys have a little bit more understanding about what's going on with us, where we're headed, and like what the agenda holds in the coming months.
Who's excited for Mexico?
Ooh. I think Azalea would have done a hoot hoot if she had been awake,
Hoot
but
hoot.
she's pretty tired. Anyways, we are gonna leave you guys for the farewell of this video and give you an exciting extended reel of our rest of our day at the glow. What are they called? Balloons. Hot air balloons. This is what happens when I drink like half a Moscow Mule, you guys. Okay, I'm gonna leave you. Have a good week and see you next time.
That's all that needs to be said.